So this is CommonLit. I love commonlit.org. It's free. You can use it with Google, which if you've watched any of my videos, you know how I feel about Google, and linking it up to your Google Classroom account just makes everything easier. If you haven't heard of CommonLit, or you've heard of it and you've been on the fence, I'm going to sell it to you today, and I guarantee you're going to love it as much as I do. So again, it is a free account for you. It's a free account for your students. You're going to choose which one you want to do. So obviously you're an educator to start off with, but when your students start, they're going to walk you through all of this different stuff. I'm not going to do all of this right now because I like to keep these videos short and sweet, but it will walk you through on how to log in. But as you guys are going to see right now, you can log in with Google. Your students can log in with Google. So it just makes logging in really easy. So here are my classes that I have down here. I can have individual student and small group assessments if I want to, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I'll go ahead and click on Manage Classes here. So again, you can import your classes and students from Google Classroom. So this really takes the hassle out of getting everyone onto CommonLit. If they're in your Google Classroom and you sync them onto this, then they're going to be in your CommonLit. Now, if you're thinking, oh, but I have students come in the middle of the school year, all you'll have to do is re-click, just sync Google Classroom to update your roster with those new students, and they'll get added into your CommonLit classroom. So let's go ahead and talk about CommonLit for a second here. So browse the library. Here is the library here. Now, when I first started using CommonLit, they only had 6th through 12th grade, and they've now bumped it up to 3rd and 4th grade levels. Woohoo! Hopefully they're going to continue to add. I know that they have already added a lot of readings into this. I mean, it used to be like around, I don't know, maybe 75, and now they've bumped it up to 133. So I know they're continuing to add things to it, which I just love and appreciate. Thank you, CommonLit, because they have so much great stuff here, and I'll show you what it is that I'm talking about. So they have informational text, they have interviews, they have historical fiction, they have drama, they have all sorts of different things that you want to do. Now here's the cool thing. So I'm going to click on this folktale here. So when you click on this assignment, first of all, I guess there's this new highlighting and annotating feature. So that will be fun to use with the class. Like it says, that's brand new. But I'm going to show you, first of all, they show you paired text that you can use with this story. And they're all right here. Gives you the link to them. Like, fantastic. I don't have to search. It's all right here. Then it also has related media. So they'll link up different media and different videos that will add to whatever it is that you're reading. I mean, come on. You've got multi-technology, different things, and you didn't have to look for them. They're all waiting right here. Then they have your answer key for the quizzes, which I'll show you in just a second. They even have a parent guide. So let's just say that you assign this for a homework assignment. They have the parent guide for parents to use as they're going through it, which is pretty cool. They also have a read aloud feature, so this helps differentiate for your students, which I think is super cool as well. They have guiding questions. So these little icons in here, they've got question 1, question 2, and question 3. So what those are when I assign my text, I can choose my classroom. I'm going to go ahead and choose my classes. And then it says right here, enable guided reading mode. So what happens is when I click on this for the entire class, I can choose for the entire class, or I can choose it for individual students that have to have this on. So to talk about that, what happens is that all of these words underneath the guided question number 1, all of these words are blurred. So the students can't read on until they answer this question first. And they have to get it right in order to move on. Now, obviously, we know we have some students that are just going to click on the answers until they get it right and it does move on. But as I'll show you, when you look at your data, you're going to be able to see the students that are doing that. But I like the guided reading mode because, first of all, it asks these questions that help with comprehension, but it also slows down those speeders. Then you have your assessment questions. So you treat it just like an assessment. It has part A, part B questions, just like the SBAC. And then even cooler is they have discussion questions. So you can really make this a classroom activity, or you can make it a solo activity, depending on what you want to turn it into. So when you assign your text, you click on it, so on and so forth, and it's going to assign, it if you use the Google Classroom feature, it's going to assign it directly to your Google Classroom. So it'll be waiting for them there. So I'll show you what it is that I'm going to do. I'm going to do guided reading mode for the entire class. I'm going to click on assign. Oop, got to put my due date, which I'm just going to do for right now. Assign it. And then I can post assignment and scores to Google Classroom. I can just post to Google Classroom, or I can copy this link, or I can email the link. Depending on what you want to do here, like this will give them their scores right away, or you can just have the assignment waiting for them there, which again is really easy. So now let's look at the data, because I know there's some people out there, it's all about data. So let's go ahead and click on these assignments that I have from the past. And we'll do Stop the Hungry Fish here. Okay, so this is going to show me what my class average is. It's going to show me what the averages of students submitted. It's going to give me click on my assessment data. It's going to show me the breakdown of the scores, who scored well, who needs some more help, so on and so forth. So now remember my guided questions when I told you you're going to have some students who they're just rushing through it. They're not really taking their time. I can see exactly which students are doing that. So this student took her a couple tries. This student breezed right through it. And then it shows me how they did on their test. So now every one of these questions has a written assessment. So I can click on this. It gives me the exemplary response that I want. And then I can click on their grade, and I can change their grade if I need to. And I can type down the feedback that I'm looking for. I can give them their score 1 through 4. All of that is right there. It's really, really cool. Sometimes what I like to do, I can hide their names, and then we can look through the student response, and I can ask students, hey, what do you think this answer is? Are they giving me text evidence? Did they answer the question? Do they have reasoning? Would you give it a 1, 2, 3, or 4? And all the names are black, so they can't see it. And students get to grade it. And sometimes you have those students who are brave enough to recognize, you know what, this was a 2. I see that now. Or they'll say, I was rushing through it, and I can see that I was missing something. So that's really a cool way to get students involved with their grading as well. But all of that information is waiting for you, and it's all supplied for free. This isn't a I have to buy the feature. All of this information is given to you for free, as is. So I love CommonLit. Again, like I said, they have all sorts of different grade levels that you can use, and they've got all sorts of different readings that you can use as well. So, I mean, obviously, when this started out, like I said, it was 6th through 12th grade. So they've got some more readings in the higher grade levels, but still pretty cool. You can also search by Lexile range. You can search by theme. You can search by genre of reading. You can do related books if there's a book you are reading in your class already. They've got all of these books that they can link up to different readings. So it gives you that extra paired reading, that extra support that you need, which I think is just really, really cool. Devices, again, I mean, just look at all of this stuff for free. All of this. And standards, this is new. They didn't have standards. They haven't had standards before, so this is a new feature, which is awesome. And then looks like you can also choose different languages if you have any EL students, but it looks like right now it's just English and Spanish. So there you go. But that's CommonLit. I love CommonLit. I can't say it enough. They've got all these different things. So I'll show you the book feature because, again, I just love CommonLit. Let's just say you're Lightning Thief. That's one of my favorite books. Look at all these different things they have right here. And this all links up to Percy Jackson, some extra paired readings, which, again, super cool. And again, this is all for free. I can't say it enough. It's all for free. You get all that data. There's tons of extra resources that go into every single one of these assignments. Again, they give you paired text here. They give you related media. They give you the answer key and you have a parent guide. So it's really handy. They have this new annotating tool which I haven't used yet, so I can't tell you how it works with your students yet because I haven't used it yet. But they have that guided reading mode, they have your assessment questions, and they even have discussion questions. So that's CommonLit. I hope you use it. I hope you enjoy it. Can't speak highly enough about CommonLit.